Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to the 317 Sports Project with Pen and Pops. I am Pen.
I'm Pops.
What the hell is going down, y'all? We are popping off with episode 51. It's entitled The New Hollywood. Why do you ask? Why is it called The New Hollywood? I'm going to tell you right now, because Erica Wheeler, big shout outs to our point guard of the Indiana Fever, stated that she was on the Twitter, the X, I'll never call it that, the Twitter, and that someone stated that Indianapolis, Indiana is now called the New Hollywood due to the Caitlyn effect and other dope shit popping off in the city.
Love that.
It's a little much, but we'll rock with it. Oh my goodness, look at POPS to my right over here. You doing drugs on the show tonight? Look at you. Taking a little hit of the Vaporonies. I love that about you, brother, man. But no, it's a little much for me, but it makes for great television. So we'll go with that. The New Hollywood, episode 51. It is Saturday, May 11th, 2024. We're pumped to be back. You know it's a dope-ass week when Pops calls me on like Monday or some shit is like, yo, I'm fucking ready to record. I was like, word, bro? Okay, KK. And then he hit me up on Tuesday. He was like, so, my nigga, I got no sleep.
I almost fell asleep on the way home, driving home. Like, I literally, it was one of those where, I got maybe 2 hours of sleep. I was just so restless, and I guess my brain was just busy.
For sure.
So, I was, half asleep during work. And made it productive while I was there, even though I was tired.
That hurts.
Which then, on the way home,
cracked out.
I was literally I was on the phone with my father checking in, and I felt my eyes go halfway. And that was when you were like, dude, let's just postpone. I was like, thank you. I was like, because I texted him, I was like, I can, but you probably won't have the Pops character.
And I don't, it's not even that to me. I don't really even care about that, but we're just not, we pushed through enough things. This ain't it.
Exhausted.
For sure.
I passed out so good. It was
Did you
great.
Get one?
Oh, I had the best day of work the next day.
For sure. That's how it's supposed to be. Sleep matters. So, long story short, I don't know if you guys know this, but sleep matters.
If you're feeling off, even think about this. If you're like, hey, I feel like my allergies are bad. I feel like this is bad. My body is off. And you're not getting enough sleep. Getting the sleep will reset you so damn much in your body and your system that it'll cure a lot of your stuff if you're not sleeping the amount of time that your body actually needs.
It's mad important. It is Saturday, and now we're here, and we're ready to rock. We're both feeling good. Naptown is low-key rocking right now, bro. And I'm kind of digging it. I don't know if you know it. I don't know if you're feeling it, but we went to Game 4 a couple weeks ago versus Milwaukee. Had an absolute blast. Mm-hmm. Big ups to the fans showing up and showing out on a Sunday night for a 7 p.m. tip-off game. Britt and I had a date night scheduled for this evening. She was like, baby, let's get dressed up and go out. I was like, all right, boo. And then she hit me up after the Pacers won, which we'll talk about a little bit later, and was like, you know what? Fuck that date night. We're going to the Pacers game on Sunday. I was like,
yeah.
I think I love you.
Yeah.
And what am I so afraid of? That is absolutely the kind of wifey that a nigga like me needs. So we'll be repping Pen and Pops tomorrow. Pops is going to Disney on Friday, this coming Friday. So he was like, not in the budget, cuz I'm not doing all that. And I'm not mad at you one bit. We'll go rep. We'll go hold it down. We'll discuss NBA playoffs and the Pacers round 2 matchup, which started a few days ago. I had it yesterday, but that was for last week or whatever the hell it was. So they're on Game 3 now. So we're
about 5 days behind.
For sure, you got to carry the 4. You know what I'm saying?
Checking the savings.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it around the world. Mike checks, dog. What's popping with you?
I'm good. I had my second therapy session, which was awesome. I was a lot more joyous in this one because I wasn't in the middle of a crash, as I call it. But it was great. Still a lot of honesty. All of I call it my wellness team that I have, my doctor. And
all located on campus, by the way.
Right, yeah, well, Zoom on the therapist. But yes, doctor's on my campus. My health coach is on my campus. She's just downstairs. My whole wellness team love how transparent and honest I am. And also probably most self-aware person that they've ever met in their lives. Because I usually know what it is. I need the coaching on continuing to have the motivation.
The follow through.
Exactly.
The follow through.
I know what I need to do. I just need to have the structure and the people around me to push me to do it.
He's a very difficult person to have a talk with when it comes to his health and wellness and stuff, because he knows exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So to go to him and be like, hey bro, I'm concerned about you because of this, that, and the third. He's like, I appreciate your concern, but nigga, I know.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because I remember
I'm done.
a recent conversation, my health and like the eating habits,
which is our job for each other.
But like,
sure.
and I said, and I was like, oh, absolutely. But until I can figure out the why behind my emotional connection to food, I will never be able to make it a priority. I have to fix that part first, or at least understand that part first, which is then like, I have my therapist now and I have this now. So like, I had to do the mental health part before I can even do the physical. Cause like, if my mental health is still like, if I still go like, I'm sad and I want chips, that's an issue.
But you shouldn't eat them.
right. Like,
I know what I shouldn't do, nigga, but I want chips.
I want chips. And full makes me feel comfort. Like,
yes.
That's the thing I have to figure out the why.
It's beautiful.
So,
it's beautiful.
Yeah. So I was like, I got to do that. And then once I work on that, I know that the other stuff will just fall into place. I just got to do that. So, but no, that's great. The other shitty part is I hate this time of year because allergies and asthma. And I'm like, I have my yearly like breakout of what am I allergic to, and my face is all dry and shit. Like, I hate this time of year.
So, a little side story, and I feel bad for you, and I understand. When I was young, around like probably 7 or 8, probably around the time that you were first born, we were still living in Naptown, I believe, and everybody had allergies.
Yeah.
I didn't have allergies. And then we moved to Indy. We moved to Columbus, and like everybody's allergies actually got worse, quite truthfully.
It's the humidity.
And I was like, I want allergies. Steve's got allergies. Mom's got allergies. Zach's got allergies.
I
like,
don't want none of this.
I don't want that shit.
You don't want any of this.
I don't.
It affects my eyesight.
I don't.
Like, my eyes will be swollen, and like my corneas swell up, and that's not even me being funny. That's actually true. Like, they'll get so dry that my cornea, like, I couldn't wear contacts for 5 years because I had a reaction to those. I'm just allergic to the world.
I don't want that smoke. I want this smoke.
Right.
I don't want that smoke.
Yeah. So like, this is that time of the year where I have to try to wean out. Like, okay, is it a detergent that we're using? Is the bar of soap?
Oh my God, it's like
it has fragrance in it.
Scented.
It's scented. So that is actually what makes me break out.
Yeah.
So the soap that the wife just got me, even though it's all natural, it's a scented one. It made my arms and my neck break out.
These niggas got the most vegan clean house in the history.
Fucking Lord. And it's like, I love Dr. Squatch. Represent. Great sense. It's fragrance, makes my shit break out. Like, I can't even use it. It's got soap. It can only be soap. Like, that's it. There can't be a scent. No mint. No rosemary. Soap.
No lemongrass.
But here's the thing. I can eat rosemary. I can have mint. I just can't put it on my skin. No That's fragrance. Crazy. It's crazy. It's really crazy. Like, I have to be reading ingredients now on things so much. Also, I'm more conscious of that too. If I'm allergic to those things, like, okay, what are the processed things that are going inside my body? Am I swollen? Am I allergic to that food? It's so much. Because my numbers don't necessarily...
Gastrointestinal, cuz.
Like, my numbers don't show like a...
Crazy numbers.
Right?
Phenomenal numbers. I've seen them myself.
Like, I'm like,
unbelievable.
I was healthier than I thought.
I was shocked.
Then I'm just putting the wrong things in my body that are making me really swollen and this and like, oh my God, man.
Shit matters, man.
So yeah, how you doing, man?
That was a great check.
Long story short, how you doing? Good?
Yeah, man, I'm fucking rocking and rolling. I have no complaints. Both of my kids like me. Both of my kids like each other. All my family and friends is healthy. About to go to Orlando and kick it with my peeps this weekend, upcoming weekend. Pacers are still in it. Like, I don't know, man. I'm Gucci mania. So moving on. Show me some mother cuffin' Mary. What's on deck, bro?
We got NHL Stanley Cup Playoffs. Who? NHL, what's it called? Stanley Cup Playoffs. There you
go. That's what that's called.
Yeah, you heard it.
It.
We're going to talk about the WNBA. Yeah. Preseason.
Fever going to the finals. Fever going to the finals.
Expansion teams coming, all that stuff.
That's what's up.
NBA playoff update. Of course. Athletes, actors, and atrocities. Rice is overcooked is what I put.
That is so ignorant.
PGA, we'll talk about Tigers exemption. We'll talk about Memorial. We'll talk about the U.S. Open.
Are we going to the Memorial?
Yeah.
Like, we're going to go kick it?
The same group.
For real?
Me, Jordan, you, and Nick.
Let's fucking go.
Group.
What do you know? What days you guys are going yet?
I won't know about the tickets until the week of. So
I'll be there all 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Because
I'm sure she'll do the thingy. So so like we'll probably be Saturday again is when we'll get the group
whenever.
Together. So we'll be.
Let's go. That shit was so fun last year. We were wilding. All right, good, bad, and the ugly. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
All right, the good. Victor Wembanyama won the Rookie of the Year. First unanimous vote since K-A-T, Karl Anthony Towns in 2016. Sixth time in history. He averaged 21 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 blocks, and 1.2 steals this season, which is kind of astronomical. I can't lie. Them stats are crazy.
Yeah.
And the award is well-deserved. Last player to put up them numbers was Shaq in the 1999-2000 season, which was his MVP season for him.
Yeah, I love it. I had some will he translate questions coming in. He translates. He does well because he knows what he's good at.
Oh, he can hoop.
Yeah, the dude can hoop. I was just more so about his size going against other guys, but he pulls them out of the center. He does a great job of going like, well, no, technically I'm just a large guard. He knows what he's good at and knows like, hey, but still plays like opportunistic defense as far as how he gets his block shots and this, and there's a couple games he made Jokic look bad. He's
and he hasn't even really figured it out. He's out here just hooping off pure athleticism and instinct right now. The game will slow down even more. The reason that it's kind of a thing for me is because the Spurs finished 22-60, and that does not do it for me. And I say that because I'll give you some instances. The Bulls went 38-44 Jordan's rookie year. Cavs went 33-46 LeBron's rookie year. The Grizzlies went 34-49 Ja's rookie year, and Orlando went 34-48 last year. So, they all won 10 plus games more. Does that matter to you that they went 22-60? That's a horrible record.
I think they look at the rookie of the year differently than the MVP.
Because you're supposed to be on a bad team.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, rookie of the year as you're more than likely on a bad team.
You're on a bad team.
You're on a bad team because just where you draft.
You're on a bad team.
So I think they have to kind of take that whole what has he done for the team? They went they might have been 10 games without Wib. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's the one thing that they kind of just oh no, who's our best rookie? We just look at pure stats, and again between him and Chet doesn't really.
He's not a rookie to me, but that's fine.
Yeah, second year in, he just broke his leg or whatever.
He got a skinny leg. I'm just saying, you're not a rookie.
It's like Blake Griffin when he hurt his knee before, and so he got rookie of the year the second year.
You're not a rookie.
Yeah,
You lost
just eliminated.
You lost
Chet. The only difference with Chet is that he's not aggressive. He's not the scorer on the team like Wemby. Like Wemby, they put the ball in his hands. Chet, he's within the flow of the thing. So he could get 8 points. He could get 20 points. So
facts.
Wemby's no, I need you to go get 20 to 25 points a game. So he was going to naturally just win that.
All right. Moving on.
Yeah.
The bad. Daryl Morey of the 76ers came out and said Nick Nurse is safe, Maxi's safe, Embiid is safe, but the rest of them fools are on the chopping block. He said a lot of changes are coming, which means Kelly Oubre, Kyle Lowry, Nick Batum, and Tobias. See what I did? Tobias?
Yeah. That's nice.
See that?
That's nice. That's nice. That's real good.
Tobias Harris, get the fuck out of here. It was good over there for a few years, but now it's bad and ugly. The loss to the Knicks, the Celtics, the Heat, and the Hawks all in the last 4 years. Toronto 6 years ago. Everyone has their number, man. So they're pretty much on the.
I'm still stuck on the Tobias. I've been saying it this whole time in my head. I'm that's nice.
It's not bad.
I'm okay, I'm gonna put that across the screen.
It's not bad.
And with this picture to buy.
And the Clippers stated they want to keep their big three, Harden, Kawhi, and PG together. How you feel about that?
Obviously, PG, they're not close on a contract as reported right now. He wants to test the market in free agency. Anytime that he says he wants to test the market in his history, it usually means he's gone.
Facts. Facts.
I heard on a report where, I don't remember if it was Windhorse, but I was listening to ESPN radio and they said, I don't know that there's another superstar star in the NBA that gets so influenced by outside noise of where he's going to go. He reads the comments and then goes maybe I should go to the 76ers. He does let that like really influence on this and really considers things, because when you hear the rumor starter, you hear like, here's where you should go. Like, it's one of the top teams he ends up choosing and then goes to it.
Facts.
So that, like, when you think of like, will he stay on the Clippers? Will he move back east? Will he, go to, I don't think, again, Pacers, stop it. But like, I think
Miami.
he might change. I do really think that he might change. I think it's right now we're like a 60-40 stay in the Clippers compared to leave, something like that. But like, that'll probably get closer to a 50-50 if they can't get closer to on a contract extension for this. Because this is his last big money.
Oh, no
right?
doubt. Yeah,
so
for sure. This is it.
He's 33?
Probably.
Yeah, 33. This is his last larger contract of his career. So, yeah.
And the ugly Patrick Beverley of the Milwaukee Bucks got into a little scrum with fans in Game 6 a couple weeks ago. He threw the ball at the fans not once but twice, and he received a 4-game suspension after hitting a lady in the head. Got the ball back, threw it at another fan. What the hell is going on with this dude, man?
So he came out and I'm not going to say the word apologize because that's not what it was.
That's not what he did.
Acknowledged.
Acknowledged
the situation.
I was going to say took accountability, but that's not it.
No.
Acknowledged is perfectly said. He said it happened.
He did it and said, I'll be better. Like, he said those statements. He acknowledged the situation. Now, he also said, I'll be the bad guy, apparently, in this situation, because if you think I would just do that because what reported was said was Cancun on 3 when they were in the huddle. And he goes, if you think that was going to be my reaction on them saying Cancun in 3, you're crazy. But again, it wasn't reported, so I'll just be the bad guy in the situation.
I love that accountability about you, Pat Bev.
Like,
did they call you the N-word?
Right. Like,
that's about the only thing.
I will say this about
like,
Pat Beverley, like, Cancun on 3 is not going to set him off.
That is not going to set that definitely.
I'm throwing the ball not once but twice at a female.
That definitely ain't going to do it.
There was definitely more said. We know how fans are.
For sure.
Just that overdo their boundaries within.
He said something about your wife or your mama. For sure.
Right. Cancun, going on vacation, wasn't the set off.
100%.
like no.
100% not.
So, again.
By a drunk Indiana Pacers fan sitting courtside?
Exactly.
Hell
did not
no.
apologize, but he acknowledged the situation and said, I need to be better. He ended up getting suspended for 4 games for next season.
Smart dude, but he's kind of a loose cannon in my opinion, and not like in that good way. He's kind of like Ron Artest before Meta World Peace and not enough Lance Stevenson. Lance is a loose cannon but controlled. Ron was just crazy. He's like right in between those two.
He's right in between those two.
For sure.
Now, what's his... Oh, God, I can never remember the analyst's name. Long hair, kind of large nose... ESPN
analyst, male or female?
Male.
Long hair.
He went off about Beverly.
Long hair?
Longer hair. He didn't always have long hair. Now it's like shoulder length.
Male analyst?
Yeah. Analyst.
Keep smoking this way you find that.
Bev. It was... That's not even popping up. But either way, media's been having a field day with Patrick Beverley because it's kind of like, this isn't the first time we hear stuff about Pat. But again, it's like it's the first time for Draymond Green. Everybody's like, he should be done. But like, Draymond's been kicking people's nuts and like doing this for a long time. He still's got a job. So
he still has a job.
Yeah, Pat Bev, should I think he'd gotten more than 4 games? Maybe. I mean, you threw a ball at the
probably 15-ish.
15-ish.
12 to 15 for sure.
Because
you don't feel 4 games.
No.
You don't care about those first 4 games.
Your ankle was probably sprained coming out of training camp anyway.
Sure.
You might need those 4 games just for rest.
Yeah, you don't care about those 4 games.
So 4 games,
you're not going to feel that.
No. Will he be on the Bucks next season? I don't know.
I don't know where he'll be. This
is like his 9th team.
I don't know. Before we take this break, how many teams is too many teams before it tarnishes your legacy?
That's a great question, because even we're getting to that point with like a Harden.
That's exactly. I'm asking for him and the KD. Like, how many teams is too many teams before your legacy is tarnished?
3 becomes close to my limit, because situationally you can get to 2. And sometimes 3. When you get to 4 and 5,
I look at you funny.
I'm weirded out.
For sure.
I'm weirded out.
What's wrong with you in the locker room, bro?
I'm Cavs, Miami, Lakers with LeBron, and again, his stuff won't get tarnished, but at the same time, like, there won't be a third team. Those will be the three teams.
There won't be a fourth team.
There won't be a fourth team. I'm sorry. There won't be a fourth team. Because either he'll go home, stay in the Lakers, and he would...
Depending on what happens with Bronny.
But depending on what happened with Bronny. And then at that point, you're kind of like, well, that's just going to go play with the Suns.
I really understand why he went to every team he went to, though.
Right.
I really do.
Right.
I really understand his. He went to LA because LA is like his, like, you know, movies and blah, blah, blah. He can expand his brand out there, and who the hell doesn't want that uniform? So, like, I get it.
But, like, you go to those other guys, like, Harden's at that point.
Your legacy's talking. He played for too many teams.
Too many teams.
Kyrie's close.
Kyrie's definitely getting there.
He's close.
Yeah, he's definitely get there. He might be there for.
He's had some stints that I was like, oh shit, I forgot he went there. He's
correct.
He's
like, oh yeah, he was on the Celtics. Like,
for real. He's close.
Yeah,
for real. All right. Anyway, that's what I finished.
Yeah, I got it.
Quick break. We'll be back in a minute.
Right to
hit the button. Again, quick break. We'll be back after this, y'all. We got to figure out a commercial pretty soon for these damn breaks, huh? Yeah. Okay.
Clean kids.
We're brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
We are back with the 317 Sports Project with Pen and Pops. Usually we do shout outs and then we take a break, but we had a long little segment right there, so it was just break time. So quick shout outs, really just going to, again, all Naptown fans, man. You guys are doing a phenomenal job supporting these young teams. Big ups to the love, and not everybody, but as a majority, we're doing a big phenomenal thing supporting these young players, these young men, their organization, the Fever. I see all the stuff you guys are posting about the Colts. Like, we're really blending together. The city's blending together. Support everywhere. Edge was in the building last night. Lance was in the building last night. Caitlin was in the building last night. Roy Hibbert was in the building last night. Like Dale Davis. Like, I'm just like, they're really coming back. They're really merging. I can't wait to see a bunch of those same players at Fever games. Like, the city's on fire, man, and we're loving just taking these little 2-hour trips back. So wifey and I'll be there tomorrow. We'll be there a lot. Like, it's just big ups to the city and the fan base, man. Around the world, from the corner. Go ahead, take it off. Take it away, Pops. Let's talk about the NHL.
Sure. I mean, you wrote this.
Fuck it, I'll go.
Didn't even write it.
Fuck, you're so right.
Corner shot. NHL.
Eastern Conference. Florida Panthers versus Boston Bruins. Florida is up 2-1. They lost game 1 in an ass-kicking 5-4, but they have won the last 2 in a row. Yep. Carolina versus the New York Rangers.
This one. Okay. New York is up 3-0. Is that still true?
That is true. That is.
Damn. It's a sweep in the making. Play Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Carolina's playing for their season. They'll be desperate.
They'll be pretty desperate.
Our NHL hockey shit is fire, huh?
Yeah.
We're giving you guys all the ins and out on NHL hockey. You guys asked for it.
Ice, skates, and sticks.
In the West, Colorado Avalanche versus the Dallas Stars. It's tied 1-1. They play Sunday at 10 p.m. That's way too late.
That's late.
I don't like hockey as it is.
I'll be honest with you. Like, there might be one of those games where, like, maybe I'll play it in the background. It definitely won't be that one. If I go to sleep before NBA games start at 10 p.m. and I'm like, that's too late, I'm definitely not staying up for the hockey game. Sorry, y'all that love hockey. Appreciate you as just fans.
Shout out to George Turner and them, but
good for you.
Can't do it.
But 10 p.m. Eastern will never be a time. You couldn't ask me to buy tickets to a Blue Jackets game if it started at 10 p.m.
Facts. Absolutely.
Got to start at 7.
For sure. Edmonton Oilers versus the Vancouver Canucks. Did you know that Vancouver's name was the Canucks? And someone said,
I did know that.
Do you know how many hockey teams' names do you think you know? I know more than I think I know.
I know more than I think that I know.
Right?
Yeah, Mighty Ducks.
What?
The Ducks.
Like, is that a movie reference? Is that like an actual team reference?
The Anaheim, the Ducks?
Right, I know, but I'm just saying, like, you just throwing them out because why'd you throw them out first? Okay, for sure. How many you think you know? Was there 30 teams? I probably know a good.
I'll go
12 to 15 plus.
I was gonna give myself 8 to 10 and probably know more, but mine will be like I'll see it and go, okay, I did know that name. They're just not at the top of my thing where I'm already bad at names in general.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? So like,
That's fair.
that's right. I do remember there's a Colorado Avalanche. Oh, I do remember there's a Panthers. Oh, I remember, you know what I mean? Like I know
Yeah, I would get something mixed up.
Dallas Stars. I know.
See, you know more than you know more than you think
Penguins,
you know, bro.
Blue Jackets.
For sure.
I mean, I do know quite a lot of hockey team names.
Yeah.
Because again, like, I'm no stranger to an NHL video game.
There you have it.
Fire.
There you have it. There you have it.
Like,
it's real.
Right, I'll play an NHL video game for sure.
Edmonton Oilers, is that right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, Edmonton Oilers. So they're tied 1-1. That's pretty much all we got.
Hey, good luck to all you players and all of your endeavors.
From the wing.
WNBA preseason. First shout out to Candace Parker, retires after 16 seasons. Give it up. One of my favorite WNBA players, college players, women's basketball players in general.
Ambassador of the sport, for sure.
Love her. One of my favorite things I get to tell about Candace Parker was I got to go back and forth with her on Twitter one time when she started doing Coming to America references, and we probably tweeted back and forth to each other doing line for line for a good half an hour. One of the coolest moments of my life.
Yeah, that's noteworthy.
Yeah.
That is. That's very noteworthy. Incoming young talent. It feels like there's a shift in the league overall. Young talent, kind of like the NBA, is making a name for themselves, and other players, the Tarasis, Candace Parkers, Sue Birds, are kind of slowing down and making an exit. Brianna Stewart is freaking 30 years old. Like,
that's
like
crazy.
How crazy is that?
Crazy.
That Stewie is 30. The game is younger. That's a good thing. I just gotta say the Chicago Sky's Angel Reese and Cardosa's preseason game that was not televised bothers me.
Yeah, it's bad.
It just bothers me for the sport because I would I'd turn that on over a hockey game just to
Correct.
check it out and support the sport. Anyway, that's
Facebook shouldn't be an option when it says,
ooh,
where can you watch the game? Facebook should not be the only option as to see, like, and that's been for the Fever. That's why I know when I'm like, oh, where can I watch this game? And it says Facebook. No.
no. I mean, wow.
We've got Peacock. We've got
Tubi?
Paramount. We've got Disney. We've got Max. We've got too many streaming
He didn't even
things.
say Amazon Prime.
Didn't.
He did.
We've got too many streaming services that you should be able to find a place to put this. Now, I will love that the WNBA League Pass is now being it's advertised a lot more than I've ever seen. $39.99 to get every WNBA game.
I'm getting that for us.
Absolutely.
I'm doing that for us. I'm doing that for us. I'm not playing.
Absolutely.
I'm doing that for us because
So-
he gets the NBA League Pass every year. You have my word. I'll get the WNBA
Yes.
League Pass.
So there is a WNBA
$40.
League Pass. It's like $39.99 for the whole season. Done. Like,
I'm doing that.
That is where we can watch every single
I
game.
promise I'm doing that.
So if you're wondering how to watch these young ladies play, you have $40.
In the couch.
And if you don't, I'm a financial coach. We can talk about how you do your savings and what your spending's like. For now, you got $40.
He's absolutely right. But it did get 400,000 streams online, that game. So that should tell you something.
Yes.
Upcoming season, Las Vegas is looking to three-peat. There's only a couple teams who stand in their way. No team has won 3 consecutive since the Houston Comets, I believe is their name, right? Houston Comets.
sounds right.
Is that right? I think that's their name.
Yeah.
In the first 4 seasons of the WNBA. New York Liberty has something to say about it. Seattle Storm with Skylar Diggins and Nika Ogumawake. Nika Ogumawake? Ngumake, right? Ngumake. There you go. Nika, her sister, Ngumake, right? Nika Ngumake. Looking to make a big splash. They were 11-29 last year, so both of those players are in their mid-30s, but they're looking to get better over there for sure. And what you got about headed to Canada, dog?
Yeah, so they just announced this week, WNBA announced that they are bringing a team to Toronto market. Beginning the 2026 season, WNBA will get an expansion team in Toronto. And what's great about this is, what does that mean for the future? They had announced
Big ups to the W right
I love
now,
that.
bro.
Like, so we already saw that they were talking about maybe 4 or 5 to 6 different expansion teams coming in the next 5 to 6 years. The fact that the first one's up in Toronto. Toronto has become a great basketball place.
No
we
doubt.
know that from
doubt.
the NBA and
No
all of
doubt.
the players that come over to the NBA from the Canadian side. So the fact that we're going to have now a WNBA team up there is phenomenal. I love that. And I love that for the Canadians. But that does mean if that's getting approved, we're going to probably start to see some more announcements after this season, during the season, that we're going to get the next expansion teams coming.
Because this is two. They already talked about Oakland.
I'm just going to say this out loud. I understand we'll never have a pro team in Columbus, but you can give me a WNBA
I
team.
tried to tell you. I just said that.
Give me a Columbus
right?
WNBA team.
Bro,
And
sell
I
the
think
Blue
that's-
Jackets.
I think that's small market enough
Thank you.
for Columbus
Thank you.
to fit.
I 100% think that we
they
need a
would
W
thrive.
of thrive, bro.
Yes.
Like Columbus crew thrive. Like have
Correct.
a psycho cult following
Correct.
thrive, dog. For freaking
Yes.
sure. Especially like draft a couple Buckeye players, bro. Like
Yeah.
it'd be absolutely nuts. Top of the key. NBA playoff update.
Yeah. Eastern Conference, we had round one, Heat at Celtics. Celtics took the series 4-1. No surprise there. Jimmy Butler ended up getting injured, sprained his MCL, I believe is what it was. And after that, Miami just couldn't keep up.
100% not.
Jimmy had trash talked after the fact, saying that if he was in there, Celtics could have been dangerous. I love that Pat Riley then came out and said, if you're not playing, you shouldn't make comments.
Shut up. He basically said that. If you're not playing, you should shut up. He did.
Yeah.
Kristaps got injured with a calf strain.
And still is out currently.
That doesn't
right
surprise
now.
me one
No.
bit. He's tall and skinny. That's
Correct.
kind of what it is. We won't go over the Pat Riley. What do you think of Pat Riley saying about Hero? Basically saying that he's kind of soft.
Not wrong.
Not wrong at all.
He's observant.
He's 80 years old. Will the Heat win another one while he's alive?
Ooh. They have the coaching staff in place to do so. Is the culture? I think the thing is like the culture is still something that draws decent names in as far as free agency to me. That at least they're always considered. But they need that person. Like right now, you have too many Duncan Robinsons, and like Tyler's like a glorified role player to me. He's not a star. He's not a this. He's too streaky in my opinion, and gets lost in the offense, and definitely doesn't play great defense. They just need other ones, but to win a chance. The thing is like they were in the Eastern Conference Finals with this team 2 years in a row.
Will the Heat win another championship while Pat
I'm
Riley
working it
is
out in my
alive?
head, man. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
All right. So that means they're going to win one in the next like 4 or so. He's 80. You know what I'm saying? Like
Pat Riley seems like one of those people like Jerry Jones that like
He's
he could live to
96 years old for
170.
sure.
You're
You're not lying.
I
You're
think
not
Pat
lying.
Riley, and he takes pretty damn good care of himself.
He does. Drinks a lot of tequila.
But like
Chilling.
Yeah, he's one of those where like really he's still kicking. Like he'll be like 98
right.
on the sidelines with a 20-year-old model. Like
WOW. Donald Sterling. Magic at Cavs. Cavs 1-7. Luckily they were at home because I was surprised by this. Both of us
They
were.
should not have
But you
won.
said that Orlando's a young team, and that's right. I agree. You can't skip steps.
Yeah.
Pacers at Bucks. Pacers, we took that series 4-2. I put in here tempo was the biggest component. In the games we scored 120 plus. We had 4 wins. We scored 95 or less, and we took them L's.
Yeah, yep. Again,
It's
you're pretty observant.
It's pretty simple.
That's
You know what I
it.
mean? First playoff series win since 2014. Big ups to Kay Pritchie and the front office, man. They got some dope shit brewing over there. Was the Bucks injuries the reason that the Pacers won the series?
It helped. It definitely helped. We beat them 4 out of 5 games in the regular season. Yes, the playoffs are a different beast than what the regular season was. I think we would have seen a very similar as what the Knicks Pacers series in. It would have gone down the wire, and then it would have been possessions at that point.
Yeah.
I think it would have gone either way to me. The series, we could have lost 4-2, but the games were close, kind of like the Nuggets and Lakers, right?
Facts.
Like I think it would have been
Facts.
something like that either way.
Facts. Although the Nuggets basically swept them dudes twice in a row.
Correct.
Just saying.
Yeah.
The games were close.
The games were all
They've
close.
lost 8 of 9 in the playoffs. I'm just saying.
But like, it's like you would have probably seen it go down to some possessions, but like they were healthy.
In season tournament,
3 out of
sure.
the 5 games we played with the roster,
different coach,
but we like handled them like
for sure.
So
Yeah.
like we ain't no punks.
Thank you.
Especially when Matherin was actually still healthy back then. So.
Did this make you dislike Pat Bev even more? This series?
So what's so funny is right before the incident, I actually said out loud, I kind of like Pat Bev.
Facts.
Right? So, like, Pat Bev is that guy on every, like, Lance Stevenson and this. Like, if he's on your team, you love what
him heavy.
Heavy. What he
Everybody in the locker room loves Pat Bev. Like, they really do.
He's our James Johnson, just he's on the court, not on the bench. Like, he is the enforcer and but also tells people when to keep a cool head.
Yeah.
And on the court goes, nope, that's on me. Like
he's very smart.
He's very smart basketball player and knows when to get fired up or not, which is what our live. He's, just a little bit step over like the TJ McConnells and stuff. Like he's that spark and that attitude and that get the unit going. But like Pat Bev, what I loved about him is you forgot how good he was in offense because he chooses not to do it.
Facts.
Like that game where he went out and started for Dame, I was like, oh shit, I guess in high school he was.
Pat Bev was giving you 40.
Exactly.
You laugh and giggle. Pat Bev, when Pat Bev was focused on offense back in the day in high school and early college, Pat was giving you 40.
Correct.
40.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
So
especially around the paint.
Please stop thinking that these cats in the league will not give you buckets. Oh, dude came off the bench, Alec Burke, yesterday. Like, these dudes are professionals. They will give you fucking buckets.
Alec Burke was a huge part of the Utah offense when Gordon Hayward was there. And you thought that he was going to be, he just is like, he is what he is.
He will give you buckets.
He will score.
These cats will give you buckets.
I drafted him on 2K a lot.
There's cats in the G League that will give you buckets, bro. Yes. Straight up. Sixers at Knicks. The Sixers lost that series. Knicks had it under control the whole series, like you said. They looked disinterested, and Tobias needs to go. He had 0 points in a closeout game.
Yeah, it's bad. 0
points. That's that Roy Hibbert shit. Like 0 rebound. You know what I'm saying? Like something happened to you in your life.
Something's wrong.
Okay.
Something's wrong.
Okay. Questions about the Sixers real quick. Yeah. Is Nick Nurse their guy?
I don't think he's not the guy. I think, like Milwaukee, I love that, who was it? DeJounte Murray, he made a comment about all the coaching changes. They asked him, and they were like, he's like, I'm getting to a point where I hate that we completely don't blame players anymore. Like, we go straight to the coach and what they're doing, and it's like, sometimes the locker room and what the players will, like the culture that the players are creating is not great. That 76ers locker room, some different additions, and this has been questioned for quite a few years now. And the head of the snake is Joel Embiid.
But is that the front? Is that what the front office is bringing in, though?
Or a refusal to acknowledge that part on what the issue is.
Snurf. I was just wondering, just playing devil's advocate.
So, like, you've had multiple coaches, and statistically speaking, maybe it ain't the coach.
The JJ Redick, Jimmy Butler run was like their tightest team squad. You know what I mean? That was their.
And Jimmy Butler left because of that.
He wanted to stay.
But he questioned.
They didn't get it.
He questioned that front office.
What's up with y'all's heart?
And the heart so much that they traded him.
Facts.
I remember when
it was too much of a rider.
When Trevor Booker came to Indiana in that trade a veteran free agent a few years back, and that was his biggest thing. He's like, what made you want to not go back to the 76ers? He's like, I hated sitting there watching all the young kids not paying attention to the coach and actually want to be there. Like, something is wrong internally, and they're not getting the right coach to be like, y'all, like, this ain't happening. Like,
is Joel worthy to build a team around still?
Yeah.
Or should they be focused more on building the team around Maxey at this point?
That's a question. That's been questioned a lot.
Just wonder.
Yeah.
Just wonder.
Yeah.
Last question about them before we move on. What do they need to get over the hump? What are they missing? Is it attitude? Is it
culture?
Who?
Culture.
Ooh, man, you better block that one. Ooh, Wheezy. Dodging the stroke.
That almost got
That really
did.
That more than nicked you. That definitely tried to jump in there. Holy shit. That was attitude and culture that you tried to say? Oh my God.
Yeah.
That was
right
crazy.
now, I don't even know of a player
that had to call an ambulance.
That would change. Because there's rumors that Jimmy wants to go back to the 76ers. And he's that type of player that will demand it, but will people listen to it?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Conference semis, Cavs and Celtics, series tied at 1-1. Who you got winning this?
Celtics right now until proved otherwise. Now this next game is pivotal for the Cavs. Kind of like last night was pivotal for us, and which we'll get to. But like this first game in Cleveland is your series. Period.
Facts.
It's your season.
Facts.
Now
you could go up 2-1.
I think Celtics are pretty embarrassed.
They're going to beat them by 40.
Correct.
They're going to win by 40. If you guys do not win by 40, I will be very disappointed tomorrow.
Correct.
You got to win by 40 for sure. Just go in there and be like, this is over. Pacers and Knicks. Let's talk about it. We're not going to talk about it in Naptown news. So let's talk about it a little bit. 2-1 Knicks. Somebody's knocking on the door. I believe that's probably a delivery from the Amazon man.
It is.
Is it? They're still there. Talk about this. I'm going to go see who's at the door. Go ahead. Talk about they're still hanging out the door.
Oh, yeah. You might want to go check that out.
Talk about that.
How's everybody doing right now? Good? Series is tied 2-1 at the Knicks. That's interesting. I kind of want to just see what this is like. Oh, it's a shoe pickup. Shout out to Clean Kicks. Okay, series tied 2-1. It has been a back and forth series. It's been crazy, right? So, first game came down to the wire. A lot of calls that we are questioning didn't go in our favor. Uneven. We didn't say a lot. Second game, another one, down to the wire, had the lead in both games, didn't go down to one. Was that Clean Kicks?
Yeah.
Shout out Clean Kicks.
He had a 1 o'clock appointment when he was in the neighborhood. We just dropped him off now. I told him I had to record a show today, but he just was like, I'm just going to pull up now. I got to drop him off. I'm in the neighborhood. Okay.
So when you have an appointment,
for 1 o'clock because I have to record a show with my brother that's very, very important. So we scheduled it for 1 via email. Carry on. It's 11:55.
When you have an appointment,
okay,
like, come on.
Okay.
Come on, man.
I'm just saying.
Do better.
1 o'clock.
Do better.
On purpose.
Black dude?
Mexican.
Close.
You saw my reply. Basically.
Close. All right.
You know,
I haven't really even gotten into it. So 2-1 Knicks. Series back and forth. First game, we saw some uneven calls.
Man. Okay.
Go ahead.
That was some Zach or Pops.
Oh.
I was with
Zach
government.
Pops.
I was with government name. That is a really, really tough sell. When these young men are out here working their asses off, and I know 5 versus 8, as soon as you go on the road, most of the times, whatever the case may be, I think yesterday's game was called very, very close and very fairly.
For sure.
But that game 1, I mean, it was obvious bullshit going on. Mm-hmm. And to fine my dog $35,000 for telling the fucking truth.
And not even after the first game. He held his tongue after the first game. He did it after the second game.
Congregation says amen. I got a big problem with some of that shit going on. But anyway.
We talked about this. We are both people that say don't let the refs even decide the game and try not to put the refs even in the conversation as much as possible.
100%.
And I love that Windhorse came out and said 99% of the time I say the refs don't decide the outcome. This was the 1%.
He said that?
He absolutely said that.
This was the 1%.
This was the 1%.
Down the stretch, it was just bullshit.
It was just bad.
Like,
it was
really
just bad. Second game, still bad. Better. It was better than it was the first game.
It went from atrocious to bad.
Yeah, like
game one was atrocious.
Yeah,
game two was still fucked up.
It was still bad.
Thank you.
Now, in those moments, there were still some young team moments.
No doubt.
For sure.
You cannot be up by 9 points in the fourth quarter and blow that lead no matter what.
Yeah, third quarter, as has been for the most of the year, is an issue.
27-11 runs and shit.
Like third quarter,
unacceptable.
I get so nervous coming out of halftime that I almost shit myself.
Oh wow!
Every game,
yeah.
I get nervous. I have to turn on my PlayStation and play tennis just to ease my mind.
I do a lot of pacing.
I'll put it on my laptop, not the big screen. Just let me listen to it because I can't breathe at times. I get so nervous coming out of the halftime because first half we've been looking great. I'm like, okay, we
have a lead every game in this fucking round.
So yeah, really to me this should not be 2-1. It should be 2-1 the other way. It could be 3-0. Comma but I'll give them 1
for sure.
I'll go 2-1. It should be 2-1 in favor of the Pacers with us a way to go up to 3-1 next game. But
we are overachieving, by the way.
We are absolutely overachieving. That's the other thing I want to state. Fan base, don't forget that we are ahead of schedule and we are getting so much great playoff experience. And adding in a Jarris Walker, Benedict Mathurin into this fold next year is going to be so phenomenal. Jarris Walker is that other guy.
You took the word. It's OG Anunoby.
Right?
With a better jump shot.
Exactly.
And better handles. Oh my God, our squad is fire.
Jarris Walker is that
dude.
Hey, you can do the 3 or the 4? And it's like, go guard that dude.
We talk about, man, he's sitting on our bench right now watching.
Yeah.
Learning.
Yes.
Oh my Lord Jesus.
Yeah.
2-1. Game 4 tomorrow. We'll be there.
What's your feelings on the Villanova squad? Like, what are you liking? What you're seeing? What are you liking? What you're not? What do you don't like? What you see with the 3 of them? What you're seeing?
Josh Hart's a fucking monster. Absolute monster. These 3, their chemistry's crazy. I mean, their chemistry's absolutely phenomenal. And I like what they do. You can't really hate on their rough rider attitude. They ride for each other. They know exactly what each 3 are going to give them, and they're building something dope in New York. And Thibodeau is the perfect freaking coach for those 3.
Absolutely,
he really is.
Yeah.
He's the perfect hard nose. Challenge them. He's the perfect coach.
For this roster right now, he's a perfect coach for the Knicks right now.
No doubt about it.
Thibodeau teams, as we know, always tough.
That's what I said. I said Thibodeau, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Thibodeau teams always tough. And you see most of the time everyone buys in to
no doubt
to Thibodeau teams. That's why Jimmy likes playing for Thibodeau teams. For sure.
Bro. No, they're dope. I didn't DiVincenzo going over there fucking around with Golden State and hanging around with Steph Curry has developed such a better jumper, just such a more confident game.
Won a championship with Milwaukee.
Just such a more, but he was hurt. You know what I mean? Yeah. He was hurt, but people forget. But such a more confident game. He can hoop, bro. He can hoop.
Now, few of this. Now, balance is everything. Will he make that many threes? Probably not.
No.
But we also can't let him be open.
But I mean, we won that game and they still had somebody who went off for 35 plus.
Yes.
So that gives me a lot of confidence going into tomorrow, to be honest with you, because I don't know that they're going to do that again. I think they're going to be tired. 4 games in 6 days, whatever the case may be.
Everybody.
They're going to be tired.
It might be a sloppy game in general. We already saw the scoring was down in this game compared to the other 2.
They're going to be tired. Cats are tired. Cats are hurt. Cats are tired. Cats are sore.
Cats are tired. Bless your ankle.
Cats are tired. Yeah. Cats are tired. Good luck, Pacers. We'll see you tomorrow. Moving on. You want to take a break and move on to the West?
Let's go to the West.
Moving on to the West. Round 1, Zion was missing in the Pelicans Thunder. Sweep City.
That's it. Yep, cool. Mavs at Clippers. Clippers clipped themselves with another injury.
I hate you so much. 4-2, man.
Yeah, Leonard gets hurt. Mavs take it 4-2. Yeah, only once he went down, you knew that it was done.
Luka and Kyrie, they really like each other. They're Kyrie may be having the most fun he's ever had
and honestly,
in the NBA.
And we'll talk about this for the semifinals, but PJ Washington, great addition.
You are so right.
PJ Washington, great addition.
You're so right. Suns at Timberwolves.
Suns Sweep City. Suns suck.
Do they suck?
They sucked.
Sweep City.
In the playoffs, they sucked.
They did.
And that's what matters.
You're absolutely right. With Cat healthy and Ant running the team, they're a fucking problem.
Oh, yeah.
And Rudy and Kat really are working out. Like, I didn't see that happening, but they really, like, I did not see Rudy buying in.
And
I
really,
didn't see it.
Like, Kat's going to get more, like, as we saw in the last few games, he's getting more. He's only 9 games
He's getting
back
healthy,
from
dog.
injury.
He's getting healthy.
Like, shit, he came, like, people should be worried because it's like, oh, you thought it was like, nah, he just needed to get back in game
We're talking about Karl Anthony Towns, dog.
Like, now he's his energy level's back.
He's happy.
Yeah.
Lakers at Nuggets. Gentlemen sweep. Lakers were competitive in every single game, but they just kind of have their number. Fired Darvin Ham, and who do you think they're going to hire?
Well, they did fire Darvin Ham. Yeah,
so they fired Darvin Ham.
Yep. I don't know.
Who's their coach?
No idea.
Does it really even matter at this point?
Nope.
Okay. Again, okay.
No.
Okay. I couldn't agree more. I think it's Pelinka's fault, quite truthfully.
Rumors are Ty Lue moving from the Clippers to that. I highly doubt that happens.
He's not moving across the hall.
He's not. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad move for him, but like he'd pack it up your office.
Clippers got his contract though. The Clippers have him contracted. Like, he literally can't go anywhere right now.
Who was the other one that I saw?
JJ Redick. I saw
JJ Redick was another one. Great basketball, like underrated thing to me, because LeBron and him are actually so close, and he has a great basketball mind.
I saw Chris Quinn.
Chris Quinn was a big one, of course. Tink was very excited about that part. I guess they actually had a conversation about it last week, which he kind of said more to come on that. As far as that, they have another conversation scheduled for next week to talk about the interview process. But that is definitely he's definitely being highly considered for that.
That's what's up. Good for him. Mad love, CQ. Where are we moving to? What we got? Conference semifinals?
Conference semis.
Mavs at Thunder, 1-1. Who'd you pick in this? I got the Mavs 4-3.
I got Mavs 4-2.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I got Mavs 4-2.
That's a confident pick. We didn't talk about our Pacers picks. I had the Pacers 4-2 at the beginning.
Yeah. I think I'll go that too.
All right.
I think they're going to start taking over the series.
I agree.
Yeah.
You said PJ Washington adding him was a great addition.
Yeah, he ended up having 29 the other night because Kyrie ended up with only like 11 or 12 that game.
And that's who makes up for it.
And then PJ came in and was like, I got you.
Don't worry about it. I got it tonight.
Yeah.
Wolves at Nuggets, 2-1 Minnesota. No team has won at home yet, which is crazy to me. Wolves are up. We're up 2-0 after busting their ass, and then they came back to the crib. Murray was all mad, throwing shit on the court, and then they came out last night and blew him out. Mike Malone said he looked them in the locker room and said, "You guys are the defending world champions. Fucking act like it and play like it."
Yeah. Yeah. Or stop. Like, go home. Like remember.
He said reigning world champs, my bad, but I was like, that's kind of a bar, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you're you're not wrong.
Act your age.
You're not wrong.
I had a feeling the first game in Denver, first game in Minnesota was going to be like Denver was going to come out, especially after I thought Murray was
They're playing for their season. Murray was mad.
Like Murray was upset.
Murray was mad. I still think Minnesota's going to win.
I still think Minnesota's going to win. I think it's going to be 4-2 Minnesota.
I was looking at the clock this whole time because I was trying to make sure we finished by like 12:30 so I could get old boy for his drop off, and I just looked at the clock again, and then I just looked at the clock and got a little bit mad because I forgot that this nigga knocked on our door.
Correct. We would have finished in plenty of time. Plenty of time.
That is so funny right there.
You got another drop off? Somebody just pulled up now.
No way. That's not me. That's not better not be me. Anybody that you are so stupid. He said shout out clean kicks. But we're working, bro. Like dead ass. From the wing, actors, athletes, and atrocities.
Yeah.
Athletes, actors, and atrocities. What you got, man?
Rashee Rice, so many
this
things.
Guy. Let's talk about him. I'm gonna click on one of these links actually. This is exciting stuff.
Let me go back because I closed out that link on my screen. So he's in trouble again. He basically is under investigation by the Dallas police for allegedly punching a photographer inside Dallas nightclub Monday, and this was May 10th, so last Monday.
Kansas City don't be playing this shit.
Nah.
They do not.
No.
They got Super Bowls to win.
Here's my thing, Rashee Rice. Why are you, with everything going on, why are you out at a nightclub until 2 a.m.?
You know what that is right there, bro? That's a hell of a fucking question.
Right?
That is.
You just got caught going 119. You're being sued for millions of dollars, could have killed somebody, and you're out partying at a Dallas nightclub until 2 a.m. saying, fuck him, girl. Fuck him. Like, bro, go home for a little while. And then Kansas City, like, where's your people at? Like, hey, like, why you should have been announced that this person was cut a long time ago. It's already been proven that he's done these things. So, like, Kansas City, I know your culture is pretty damn good.
You're very tight.
Time to cut this one out because he has not learned his lesson.
Wow, that right there.
And it just recently came out.
Still going.
Oh yeah, we're not done.
Okay,
this is a whole different report. Other link.
Okay.
Previously unreported SMU incident could impact NFL discipline for Rashee Rice.
Let me click on that. Let me click on this. I didn't see this leak.
Correct. So let me see. Where was that one at? Didn't he like punch somebody or do something?
Felony charges, racing incident in late March.
Well, that was that.
Was that one. Okay.
There we go. Believe former SMU basketball player Kendrick Davis was seeing Rice's girlfriend. Rice and some of his friends, per specific information gathered up by last season, went to SMU basketball game. Rice ended up getting in an altercation with him pre-draft and ended up getting into a fight with this guy. And
you got mad because somebody was smashing your girl?
Right.
You know what that sounds like? A you problem.
Sounds like a you problem.
Sounds like a you problem.
And they kept it out because it was right before the draft.
You sound aggressive.
Correct.
So I wonder if your girlfriend was like, I'm leaving you because you're aggressive.
Yeah.
And then had a new boyfriend and you didn't like it.
You at least flexed on her one time.
You flexed on her for sure at least one time.
Said, bitch, sit down. Like you did something like that you shouldn't have done.
Rashee, but I love you.
Say it one more time. Like you said something.
I believe that's probably true.
So
I do.
Rashee Rice, need you to quit.
I need you to sit down.
Or be locked up, because obviously you need a lesson. Something. I don't know what needs to happen, but
you know it'll happen eventually, because Big Baby said it. All them hamburgers.
Big Baby Davis.
Lord Jesus is a fire.
Gets 3.5 years for his insurance fraud for NBA. Their insurance, frauded their insurance policy. And he was what, one of 3 people, I think is what it was. We reported on this quite a while ago.
They did that.
And then he came out with his reaction. I hope if you haven't seen it, I'll play it for you real quick.
Y'all gonna love this. I'll be back.
Damn. I got a cold imagination, though. You know, I do that actor shit. I got a cold imagination. I'm gonna have to choke the chicken in the bathroom. That's crazy. I'm gonna be swole, though. I swear to God, I'm about to get in so much shape. Oh, God. That's the only way you can stop me from eating hamburgers.
Not on Jesus.
That's what God said. I'm gonna stop you eating hamburgers. Put you in jail. You won't stop eating hamburgers and Cheetos?
Not Cheetos.
Not Cheetos, cuz.
You're going to jail. So now, I'm gonna come to rock.
You better lock up your booty hole.
That's a bad brand for hamburgers and Cheetos.
They love that Big Baby's coming into the jail, because like,
man,
somebody's gonna try something.
Big Baby Davis.
Big Baby Davis. He said he's gonna have to go to the bathroom to choke his chicken.
I don't even.
I don't know what that's all about. That's just a weird thing to start out your reaction video to.
How am I gonna masturbate in there? That's my first concern.
My first part.
My first concern. It's like when I move to a new city, I want to know like where's the weed man? You know what I'm saying? Like where's the dispensaries? Like where like
not
you know
where am I going
used to be where's the church? You know what I mean? Like it was like one of my things. You know what I'm saying? This nigga's like when I get to the jail, I got to find out where I can masturbate first.
I got to beat my meat. So figured that out. I'm losing out on hamburgers and meat beating. So I got to figure out.
You got a thing with meat, huh?
He loves him some meat in all of its shapes and forms. Well, they gonna show you some meat.
You gonna see plenty of meat up in there, Big Baby Davis. We can assure you that from the corner. Go ahead.
PGA.
Yeah.
Tiger Woods exemption for the U.S. Open. I'll be honest with you, I don't like it. So obviously we know Tiger has not won in quite a while when it comes to U.S. Open. And I forget how many years prior you have to at least win or something. Either way, hasn't won. They gave him a special exemption because he's Tiger Woods and he's a big name to go play in this year's U.S. Open. And of course he came out and said, thank you and blah, 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 blah. Can't wait to play in Valhalla, which is next week when we're in Florida. I'm not a big fan of it. Look.
Why, Pops?
Because you're not doing that for anybody else.
Thank you, Pops.
If the rule's the rule, let it be the rule for everybody.
Thank you, Pops.
That's it. You have a lifetime exemption from the Masters? Great, because you've won so much. Awesome.
Thank you.
But the rule for the U.S. Open is a certain amount of years and all of that stuff. I'm not a fan of that.
Nope.
Because any of these other young stars that didn't make it after this many times, but they were really good before, they gotta win.
Thank you.
They gotta win the qualifying tournament or be top 10 in the qualifying tournament.
Thank you.
I'm not a fan of that. And not a fan of that because if you're exempt, love that you're out there. As far as
if you were exempt because you've been injured and you're coming back and you need an exemption, but you could go out there and legitimately possibly win this thing, I would be like, you know what? That's dope. He's earned it as Tiger Woods. He's been hurt. He's back. Yes. This is a big thing. But you're not even gonna make the cut. Probably you'll make the cut, but
yeah. I love Masters because that's his one. He's won the majors the most, and he usually plays well on that one. So, I'm okay with you having a lifetime there because that's the one that you could win again if you got hot. Any of these other ones,
they just have you out there because you're Tiger.
Because you're Tiger, and it'll be good for the fans.
That bothers me.
It bothers me.
That really bothers me.
It really bothers me.
And up to some capacity.
I'm more of a fan of Tiger than he is.
Way more.
This bothers me.
And to some capacity, through just my opinion, starts to tarnish and diminish your legacy chip by chip, bit by bit, over time. Why are you getting exemptions for this? You'll come, you'll play, you'll play decent golf, your back will be killing you, and people will be going, oh, they brought Tiger out so we could come and play for a few days. And that is what I'm talking about when it comes to your legacy. If you were competitive, it'd be a total different thing to me than having you come out with me thinking by Friday his back's gonna be killing him. He's gonna be like, what is he out here doing again? Mm-hmm. That's just my perspective.
Yeah. PGA Championship, like I said, starts May 16th. They head to Quail Hollow Club in North Carolina. Brooks Koepka won last year, leads an incredible field. Betting favorites, you got Scotty Scheffler at plus 400, Rory at plus 1100, John Rahm at plus 1500. To me, Scotty's very hard to bet against right now as he has started out the year so hot, winning tournaments left and right.
Playing great golf. Even I know that. He's playing great golf.
My sleeper pick is actually Will Zalatoris.
Yes, it is.
After one season of back injuries, as he had some vertebrae that were out of place, he's been back up where he was 2-3 years ago and always finishing in the top 10 or top 20 in these. His game, to me, as a young player, is one that people are forgetting on how good. If his putting's good, he's going to be in that top 5.
2 questions. Mm-hmm. What golf tournament would you go to besides the Memorial? Where would you go, out of town and be like, I've got to go to that at least one time?
Any tournament at Pebble Beach. Pebble Beach is my favorite course. More U.S. Open's been played there. I would go to the Masters. I think the Masters is probably the biggest major that everyone knows, and the history and all of that stuff there. I just don't like that it's in Georgia.
Can't even take your phone in.
Right.
It's weird. I can't do that.
They still have weird Southern rules. I love it, but it's still kind of weird down there.
I get weird looks there still.
I love Pinehurst is one of my favorite courses. You see a lot of majors there. There's quite a lot.
All right.
Yeah.
Second question.
Anything at Sawgrass, TPC Sawgrass is amazing with their the Island Green. I love that one. What was your question?
Is golf that bad for your back? These cats be having mad back problems, bro.
If you don't swing correctly, and you're not making sure your core is locked in, I probably need a swing coach because my lower left side of my back hurts every single time that I play golf.
Say less. Keep it moving. What's going on?
Because usually you overswing. That's why.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Memorial. June 6th is when that starts. Of course, 317 Sports Project will definitely be out there on the course representing.
Yo.
Victor Hovland ended up taking it last year. His struggles on the course this year have been like blatantly bad. Like it's been bad. So he's not my pick, but I'm actually
going to Tobias Harris?
He's definitely Tobias Harris right now.
Damn.
Colin Morikawa to win his second tournament.
Yes.
Because he started out really slow this year.
Yep.
I think that he's going to be up there in the top 5. He's my sleeper pick to put some money on if you're looking for a nice little bet, that risk and reward type thing.
FNA right. Around the world, baby. That's a wrap on that one. You got anything else?
No, let's go to break.
That's good stuff. We talked about the NHL, y'all. Aren't you so proud of us? We'll be back. 317 Sports Project.
We're brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
What it do, what it do? We're back with the 317 Sports Project with Pen and Pops, presented by Clean Kicks, Columbus, Ohio's #1 premium sneaker treatment shoe cleaning service. We clean kicks, we paint kicks, we do ISO restoration, a bunch of other dope-ass services. Premium sneaker treatment for premium sneakerheads. Do yourselves a favor and give us a follow over at cleankicks.614 on Instagram.
Shit, they be having knocks on the door while we're recording.
It's true.
They're
It's
getting
true.
big.
Shit's starting to happen.
Starting to
y'all.
happen.
Shit's starting to happen. Moving on to our next segment. I appreciate that. Moving on to our next segment. You so stupid. Naptown news, man. We got some cool shit to dive into. We still haven't talked about the Colts draft picks.
We have not.
And I am going to pass it over to the genius to my right so he can do what he do. Give it to him.
First pick of the draft, everybody was pretty surprised on. We got Leatu Latu. Actually did pretty well with that.
That was well done.
Number 15, defensive end out of UCLA. Controversial pick at the moment, I think, until people actually started doing their research on him.
Great dude.
Right. Great dude. I think the biggest thing was that Dallas Turner from Alabama was actually still there available. He's the easy pick because he's a defensive end from Alabama. If you actually go look at Leatu Latu, better stats, better pressures, more sacks over the last 2 years. But
Probably better in the locker room, too.
better in the locker room. And I've never seen someone so damn excited to just be playing on an NFL team.
Homie got a tattoo immediately.
like
I love the Colts.
Like watching him on interviews right now, it's like he's the giddiest damn person. Like, I can't believe this is happening. Like he looks like
he's 7 years old. I've been waiting for this.
Like he's so excited. So he's going to be great for the culture, and I think that's the biggest part of it too. You're not drafting just for the talent. You're creating a culture and reestablishing this culture that Shane Steichen has brought. He will add to that while being pretty dominant on the defensive side. I actually have full confidence in.
I think he'll uplift the quid he pays. I think he'll, you know what I mean? I think that's what he'll do for sure.
Yes.
He'll be that kind of guy.
I think it was 20, in the last 2 years, he had 21 sacks?
It's a lot of sacks.
24 sacks?
A lot
Something
of
like that.
sacks.
So a lot of sacks. And he's got some big sacks, you know what I'm saying?
Playing in the Pac-12, which ain't no punks.
No, it's good. But the biggest thing was he had in Washington when he played there, he had his neck surgery, fusion surgery, the same surgery that Peyton Manning had. So obviously Colts fans knew what that was like and what happened with Peyton Manning. Difference is he's not throwing a football, and he's played 2 years on it. So they had full confidence in 2 years, productive years at UCLA. So what happened was...
And that wasn't all that was wrong with Peyton.
Correct.
Peyton had some injuries.
Yeah, so what happened with Washington, hearing the full story with Leatu Latu, because it was during COVID that it happened, doctors, you couldn't go see in person, and they did not give him the clearance because they could not do it. They had to do everything over Zoom. So he ended up saying, I have to retire, not because he didn't really get checked out or this in person. It was because he couldn't really do that because it was during the COVID years.
Facts.
So he took a year off, came back, went to UCLA, and dominated.
Facts again.
So, great. I think great pickup. We're really excited to watch him. A.D. Mitchell, Adonai Mitchell out of Texas. This was a guy that I had going in the 20s in the draft. He fell to 52.
Gotta get him.
Got to get him.
Right now.
Blown away that he was still available. 10 wide receivers were drafted in front of him.
Why? Like,
And it came out with, and I love, this was one that we saw Ballard come out and say that some unspecified source said there was.
Chris went crazy.
Yeah, character issues. And he went fucking off.
He went crazy.
Like, I hate, like, what a punk ass way to, like, ruin somebody's draft stock and you can't even put your name to it.
Put your fucking name on it.
Put your, like, hey, this is what I'm hearing. Like, could be wrong, could be right, but this is what I'm hearing. Like, report it. Like, if you, like, that's why it's hard to, like, take it to what it is, but people will listen to that and go, well, does he? Because then what happens is people get, somebody didn't draft it. Oh, they must know something, so maybe we'll pass. Like, no evidence of it.
And we appreciate it.
But people, like, thank you.
Thank you.
Because now, not only do we have probably one of the top wide receivers, top 5 in the wide receivers.
For nothing.
He is now coming in
ready
with a chip on his shoulder.
Facts.
Love it.
Facts.
Same thing with Josh Downs last year. Love it.
We're thankful.
Thank you.
So what do they do with A.D. Mitchell, with Josh Downs and A. Pierce and Michael Pittman? Like, where does he fit?
Well, remember, A.D. is 6'2"?
Yeah.
6'2", 6'3", and still runs a 4.34.
So they get him for AP?
I would... What's that?
They get him to move Alec Pierce?
Yeah.
Right.
Alec, to me, right now is the 4th on the depth chart.
Right?
But having a really, really great summer or preseason, whatever workouts that they're doing. He'll start at 4 as far as AD will, because he's a rookie. He's going to play a lot.
You got to put him on the field.
He's going to play a lot.
Okay. All right.
To me, with his size, he's our other outside receiver.
Okay.
He only missed 4 catches in his career.
I know.
At Texas.
Yeah. That's not a lot.
That's not a lot.
That's not.
It was 103 targets or 103 to, like.
He caught 99 of them.
Correct.
That's
like this dude.
That's an
crazy.
A. I don't know what you know, but 99 out of 103 is an A everywhere.
Yes,
for sure.
Matt Goncalves.
That hurt a little bit.
Offensive tackle out of Pitt, love it. Need the depth.
Gotta have it.
Really great. He
For
can actually play multiple positions on the offensive line.
Sure can.
Had really good statistics as a guard as well. This is one of those depth picks. Love it. Tanner Bartonelli.
Same thing.
Same thing. Wisconsin. I always like getting
Wisconsin offensive linemen
from Wisconsin.
No doubt. No doubt.
And I also know who the culture is now. You've got Fickle over there.
Yeah, man.
Knows how to get offensive line, defensive line.
Yeah, man.
I am not mad at that.
Can never go wrong with a big old white boy who played 4 years at Wisconsin.
Absolutely.
Get him.
Anthony Gold out of Oregon State. Great pickup. This was one of those kickoff return with the new rules, punt return type things.
Fast
as fuck.
Fast, cuz.
Like 5'8", but like this dude will be in the return game.
And him and Josh Downs can move in and out, switch in and out.
Like a 5 out wide.
Bro.
And like, hey, we need to just
with Anthony Richardson back there. What are we talking about?
Correct.
Jesus Lord. Fast though.
Correct.
Like
yes. We got Jalen Carlos. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Played CB at Missouri.
Sure did.
Played a combo of that linebacker. Knows that he's going to play linebacker for the Colts. Has already said that.
Can't wait.
I love.
Perfect fit.
And I love athletic. He's that. What was dude out of Michigan?
Nope.
A few years back. They called it like the star position. It's like we don't really have a position
just
for
go
you.
Tackle people.
I need you to tackle, make interception.
Just go tackle people.
He's that.
Sometimes you'll QB spy. Sometimes you'll guard the tight end. Sometimes you'll guard the wide receiver.
Yes.
But like, just be a ball hawk. Just go do athletic shit on the defensive side of the ball.
Weird things. Like I just
sure. like Zaire's got this unlocked. Yeah. Kenny's got this unlocked. Just go do other shit.
Yeah. Like, and I want you to be like, actually, I got him. Like okay. like sure, man. Go do your thing.
You're in trouble, you.
Like, ooh, he said he got you. Like, go be that guy. I think he's going to have more of an impact than we've even saying. Like, it'll be slow to start rookie year. He'll get out there, but he'll make some big plays.
He's
his
a new
rookie
Darius.
Season. He's that. Like, he's going to be that spark kind of fun, big play moment, and then he'll, win a starting position probably here in the next couple years. I really do see that for him.
Yep.
The other Jalen, just spelled different, Simpson. We got CB out of Auburn.
Fire.
Great.
Great
pick later in the round. We actually went CBCB. Micah Abram out of Marshall was our 201st pick.
I'm not mad about none of these picks.
They're fine.
I'm really
they're really, really great. And then Jonah Laulu, I'll be honest with you, I even forgot about him.
I 100% forgot about him.
Yeah, I forgot about him. I thought we stopped at the CB at Marshall.
Nope.
We had a pick 234, and I'm like, I forgot that we had that.
When I put these notes in, when I one by one, I swear to God, I forgot after Micah Abraham, I was like, we drafted another dude?
Right.
Oh.
Didn't even realize we had another pick.
Oh, well.
Thought we were done.
He's there.
Add him to it.
Add him to it.
I would say most sports shows, analysts, whatever you want to call them, have given the like high B plus to A plus draft grade.
Oh, what's your grade? That's next on my list. What's your grade?
I have a high B plus.
All right.
For me, I'm like
he's a tough grader.
I'm a tough grader.
He really is.
I'm a high B plus A minus type guy right now for this one. I think this was phenomenal. Especially the top 5 picks.
Who's making an instant impact?
Jalen.
All right.
The linebacker.
One?
Right?
Okay.
Yeah. Linebacker out of Auburn, or Missouri, I'm sorry. I think he's going to be the impact in multiple different ways.
All right.
He's our TJ McConnell of like making big plays and like oh my God, the fans are now in it. He's
this dude to a 6'2" white boy. I feel you, cuz. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Right?
That's what's up.
TJ ain't white.
TJ really ain't white.
TJ
really ain't white. TJ's Caucasian, but TJ ain't white. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
No.
TJ ain't white. That's a cool ass white boy for sure. Right. Anything else on the Colts? Well, that was great. What else we missing? You gave some love to AD Mitchell.
No, AD Mitchell, yeah, I love that
he
chose the jersey number 10 for the 10 wide receivers that were chosen ahead of him. That's why he did that one.
Oh, okay. So he's okay.
That's why I say he's.
So you're on one.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got you got notes on the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, you crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why he's going to get in and play.
He's crazy.
Josh Downs ended up with 765-ish yards last year.
Playing with Gardner Minshew.
With 5 touchdowns. AD's going to come in here and demand minimally that. I would say he's going to get between 700 and 800 yards.
So whose touches is he taking? He's taking somebody's touches.
I think we're going to be a pretty high scoring offense, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Because it doesn't matter if you're a high scoring off. Everyone's going to get some touches. But
okay.
Alec to me is on the back burner.
And Jonathan Taylor.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's getting their touches.
Everybody's going to have some time.
All right. Okay. All right, Shane and Jim Bob Cooter. Y'all got this unlocked.
It's a 17-game season.
Okay.
Everybody's going to have.
And playoffs.
Get
some touches.
But you get some touches.
All right, bro. I believe it. Let's talk about these Indiana Fever. I started this off with camaraderie. And I did that because they're having a blast together so far, bro.
Yeah.
Caitlin's out here showing more personality than ever. Erica Wheeler, their point guard, is taking her in and showing her and made her feel welcome. I want you to
say that word as it's spelled on there.
Camaraderie.
No. Keep reading.
Ingratiated?
Is that how you spell it?
Yes. It's not. There's nothing saying it's not spelled right.
You're right.
What you think it said?
Good. I was reading it phonetically. Ingratiated. Forgot it turns into an S sound.
Right. Ingratiated.
English.
Absolutely.
English is
it's kind of stupid.
T-I.
Yes, it's sometimes, right?
Yeah. What a weird language. Weirdest fucking language.
I know. How do you spell devastation? Tion, right? Devastation.
Yeah.
That. How do you teach a child that?
Right.
Anyway, so Erica
why are
Wheeler,
comb and tomb? Why do they sound different?
Right. What are we talking about?
COMB and TOMB
is
comb and
tomb. How do you teach a 6-year-old that? They be like, this language is dumb. That's why I love Spanish and sign language. But they're giving Caitlin their chains at picture day. She's actually showing her personality. Caitlin and Aaliyah are having a great little time together. Everyone seems to be buying in, and they all know there is Caitlin's show. Let's just be honest. Everybody knows that it's a cute little white girl from Iowa's show, but everybody's playing their role and doesn't seem to be bothered by it. What you think, bro? They're having a good time.
Yeah, they're having a good time. Because I think they know what happens with that. If you get such a star on the outside that everyone's going to like, do we double team on this? It's going to open up somebody else.
No, Liz is having a great preseason so far.
They're like, oh, fine. Like, she's probably like, thank God I got somebody like real consistent out there that's going to pull people outside I can then dominate inside. Sure. Like, it's the perfect combo. Like, it's exactly what they needed.
Lost their first preseason game. Caitlin had 21, went 6 for 15 from the field, 5 for 13 from the three-point line, which to me is way too many. That'll get better. She'll need to drop more dimes, and she'll improve there. Boston had 8 and 8. Nalissa Smith had 20. Erica had 20. They won their second game versus Atlanta a couple of days ago. Smith led all scorers with 21. Boston had 12, 4 and 4. Caitlin had 12, 6 and 8 rebounds, 6 turnovers as well, which I personally think will be more of a common stat line for Caitlin. I think that just overall, not turnovers, but I think there'll be more 14 to 17 point games for Caitlin than there will be 30 point blah blah blahs for Caitlin for sure.
Yeah.
Because there's so many players, I think that she will learn to trust other players. At Iowa, it was a lot of like, Caitlin, just go get us a bucket. This is one of those things where Christy and them will teach her like, baby, you got help. Like, these girls over here can super hoop. So I think that there'll be a lot more 14 to 17 points and 8 assist games than the other way around.
I think she has the complete chance to be Halliburton.
Exactly.
Hey, do you need me to facilitate first or score first?
Exactly.
So
very similar.
I'll end up with 18 to 21 points, maybe a 12 here and there, but like I'll always have 10 assists. I'll always have 8 assists. But what do you need from me first? And then you get to figure out what your game going to look like.
And every game could be different.
Exactly.
You're right.
Yeah. I think that
her and Tai Tai are very similar, actually.
Yeah.
Her and Tai Tai are very similar. Yeah. That's actually very well said. I can't be mad at that one bit. Expectations. 2 years ago, they won 5 games. This last season, they won 13 games. How many games do you have the Indiana Fever winning this year?
I'm right there with you at that 19 to 21. That's kind of what I was thinking.
That's a great season.
It's a great season.
That's a great season.
Great season.
I don't know if you make the playoffs with that record, but that's a great season. That's a great season. Moving on. Fine print. This is just a quick little thing we got going on here. Who is the best player in the NBA? Before we talk about the MVP.
Anthony Edwards.
Not even a question about it.
Hands down.
What are we talking about?
I know that's dumb. Like, if anyone says something different right now, it could be Wemby in a couple years, but Anthony Edwards is, in all facets, is what you want on it. That's who I want to build my team around.
Not even a question.
Yeah.
I can't even think of someone close.
And I love how much he owns his talents.
I'm the best player. Like, what are we talking about?
When you compare him to Jordan, he goes, but I honestly shoot better from 3 than he did at this point in his career. Like, I love that he can kind of go like, yeah, I love
clearly he knows his history.
I have a better 3-point percentage than he has, so like it's hard for me to compare myself. But yeah, he's had more accolades than me right now, but like, as far as just player goes,
I'm eating that nigga.
Right? Like, I'm it.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying,
that's
bro.
An athletic man.
I'm just saying, like, that's a big ass nigga.
That's a nigga.
Dunk, do it, yell, pass, plays D, has a great attitude, very likable. Like, say less, my dog.
Yeah.
So, Nikola wins the MVP for the 3rd time in 4 years.
So boring.
Anthony Edwards actually finished 7th, I believe, in all voting. And in my personal perspective, the MVP should not be awarded until the end of the fucking season.
Yeah, it's getting like they don't want to actually put effort into it.
Because SGA should have won the MVP this year.
Hands down.
SGA.
He has the Thunder at the number 1.
They've won 60 games, dog.
And you chose Nikola.
Thank you.
Like, the Thunder
with
their roster.
Thank you.
And have won a playoff series at this point. Like,
Denver just won the championship last year.
Correct. Like, why? Because it's just there.
Thank you.
And it's like, you can't just like
Nikola's even bored winning it. He was like,
oh, nice.
Thanks.
Cool. Like, it's like, to me, where it's like, oh, it's either going to be between him or Giannis, and Giannis wasn't considered because he was injured. Like, come on. Like, guys, put some more effort in it. Dig a little deeper when you're going on the whys and the hows and the what have they been doing for their teams, potential.
Who is the most valuable player?
Yeah, Anthony Edwards. Shy. One of those two. He's not 7.
He's definitely not 7.
That's why I go like he's not 7, because you have the Timberwolves where they were, and really the reason they fell out of the first spot is because Cat got injured. So, like, what are we talking about?
What are we talking about? Yeah,
Denver should have been in 3rd spot.
Thank you. And you take Nikola off of their squad, they still win 45 games.
For sure.
You take Anthony Edwards or SGA off of their squad, they're winning 17 games,
Correct.
dog.
Correct.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's all I got today.
That's all I got. Not bad.
Hour and
24.
What?
Yeah, you said it was long. I was like, I think we're actually pretty good. This is like our normal.
I thought that you were going to go in on each player a little bit more during the Colts thing. I thought that you were going to really he's 6'4", ran a 4.47 at the combine, and his statistical blah, blah, blah.
That's already out there.
I just thought that you were going to really act a fool on that. So I was like, we could be here for a minute. But you did very good.
I'll do that through the camp. We'll have another conversation about how they're doing and how all that stuff.
I'm very interested in this wide receiver thing.
Our wide receiver core is phenomenal.
Could be phenomenal. Our wide receiver core could definitely be phenomenal. And interestingly enough, that's not going to all come down to how our wide receivers play. Like how our offensive line and how Anthony Richardson's shoulder and how his progression as a quarterback is coming along is really going to matter.
I'm going to say this out loud, and I'm going to say this because of the reason, which is kind of sad, is that our offensive line is going to be phenomenal again, but the center play is going to be really great because Ryan Kelly is playing for a contract. We are in contract here for a center, and we know what offensive linemen do right before their contract is they play out of their minds.
Steroids.
And he's come out where everyone thought he might retire after all the things that have happened to him, even with his personal life injuries. But then you go personal life, losing a kid. Now you have a kid.
There's a lot going on.
He's come out and said he wants to play at least 2-3 more years. He's playing for his last contract of his year. He's gonna
steroids.
He's gonna play well. So, offensive line plus with the depth, they're gonna be fine. Yeah.
Who's our backup running back?
We don't have one yet.
We really don't have one.
We don't have one yet. No. I mean, they brought back what's his dude out of OSU? I almost said Seaman. Sermon. Sure.
Which I'm not mad.
I love great.
Yeah,
so that's to me that's the name that they've brought back. I actually thought they could draft one because we don't have that backup. I thought maybe that would have been something they would have done. But no, they'll go grab somebody in free agency. There's some backs out there that'll still need that type of, who we've had that can catch the ball, do whatever.
Enough.
Yeah.
Enough.
Yeah.
But JT's not going to get injured this year.
No.
I'm saying that. JT's going to have a cycle year.
The fact that, what the hell is our damn quarterback's name?
Anthony Richardson.
Thank you. I had Edwards in my head so much.
Jesus, Lord have mercy.
I had Anthony Edwards so much in my head.
A hug.
Richardson is 100% in camp and is throwing the ball phenomenally.
Is he dropping dimes?
Oh my God.
Accuracy?
Oh my God. Yeah.
That's really all that I question with him is his accuracy.
Oh my God.
You got to drop dimes because CJ Stroud is going to be dropping dives to Stephon Diggs and them niggas, dog.
Yep.
I honestly think that Trevor Lawrence may come back and drop some dimes this year.
He's coming back on the what the fuck year for sure.
I think he's
South
on
is
one.
Pretty crazy.
For sure.
AFC South is pretty crazy.
I think Trevor's going to be on one.
Yeah, I think we're at average age of the QBs at 23 and a half, I think is what I saw on ESPN with everybody is as young.
It's going to be a good decade. Yeah. It's going to be a good decade. Yeah. Great show. Got out of here in an hour and 30. Gave y'all all the goods. This show will probably drop on Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah,
right?
Sounds about right.
Monday or Tuesday, probably.
So
Tuesday.
we're actually back on our normal schedule after we did a back-to-back.
That's very true. This will probably drop on Tuesday. We'll figure it out. Go Pacers tomorrow.
Yep.
Whew.
Get rowdy.
Holla back, y'all.
Cause I was like 2 years old, first time I heard a beat drop. Yeah. And by 3 years old, I'm learning how to beatbox. Yeah. 4 or 5 years old when I'm putting on the 45s. Final. Needle to the groove, I'm scratching up the sweet spots. Homie from the East Block, in Naptown where the fiends flock. Skip school all day, mama couldn't keep watch. Fresh fade with the Reeboks. Man, nah, nigga couldn't tell me nothing. I'm so sick in my own lane, preteen, pimping all the light skin wearing red bone loving. Boombox on with the headphones bumping. Dreaming to find my niche. Cause I ain't really know back then when I picked up my first notebook and a black pen. That little nigga with a rhyme like this. I wasn't thinking to the days of a dope band, new EPs on a compact disc. Nah, shit. Truth be told, I ain't know I could sound like this. For me back then, it was
all a dream. It was all a dream. It was all a dream. It was all a dream. It was all a dream. It was all a dream.
And this shit right here be the proof dreams do come true. And this shit right here be the proof dreams do come true. And this shit right here be the proof dreams do come true.